published 0616 EDT, the 2nd of August 2017, updated 1102 EDT, the 2nd of August 2017. The U.S. Air Force has successfully launched an intercontinental ballistic missile just days after North Korea tested its latest rocket, which could potentially hit NYC. An unarmed Minuteman III missile was fired from California's Vandenberg Air Force Base at 2:10 a.m. local time on Wednesday. The Air Force Global Strike Command said a single re-entry vehicle traveled roughly 4,200 miles across the Pacific Ocean where it struck a target in the Kwajalein Atoll. Scroll down for video show of force an unarmed Minuteman III intercontinental ballistic missile launches during an operational test from Vandenberg Air Force Base in California. On Wednesday, the U.S. Air Force successfully launched a Minuteman III missile from their base at Vandenberg, in California, at 2:10 a.m. on Wednesday. A spokesman said these test launches verify the accuracy and reliability of the ICBM weapon system, providing valuable data to ensure a continued safe, secure and effective nuclear deterrent. An Air Force statement said, military chiefs said the launch had been long planned and was not directly in response to North Korea's rapidly accelerating nuclear program. The missile, which weighs almost 80,000 pounds and has a range of 6,000 miles, is an element of the nation's strategic deterrent forces, reports state. The launch, which is the fourth of its kind this year, comes just days after North Korea conducted another ballistic missile test on Friday, the second in a month. The twisted Hwasong-14 missile traveled 2,300 miles into space before coming back down off the coast of Japan's northernmost island, Hokkaido. U.S. and South Korean experts have analyzed Japanese footage capturing the rocket's re-entry vehicle shortly before it crashed into the sea. They said the video suggests it failed to survive the extreme heat and pressure after re-entering the Earth's atmosphere following its launch. Air Force chiefs said the missile, armed with a single decoy warhead, flew 4,200 miles over the Pacific Ocean before striking a target in the Kwajalein Atoll. This map shows where the Vandenberg Air Force Base is located near the California coast, but the apparent failure likely means the North will conduct more flight tests of the Hwasong-14 missile to ensure the warhead could survive the re-entry from space and hit its intended target, the analyst said. The Hwasong-14 icbm, which was first tested on July 4, follows decades of effort by North Korea to obtain a nuclear deterrent against the United States. Analysis of the flight data from Hwasong-14's second test has suggested that more of the U.S. mainland, including Los Angeles, Chicago and New York City, is now in range of Pyongyang's weapons. However, whether North Korea can arm the missile with a nuclear warhead and protect it throughout the flight are different questions entirely. The U.S. launch comes after North Korea tested a Hwasong-14 intercontinental ballistic missile on July 28. Pictured as the missile during the launch, Kim Jong-un's rockets are capable of reaching America but would not work when they got there, according to analysts. The analysis came as South Korean officials were drawing up plans for a surgical strike to take out any missile and North Korean nuclear facilities if orders are given to remove the dictator. According to reports, tourist cruise missiles fired from F-15 fighters would be used to destroy the facilities if President Moon Jae-in gives the go-ahead in an emergency. The contingency measure would be initiated by the president's special forces, according to reports by Seoul newspaper Munhwa Ilbo. According to reports, the project is being overseen by South Korea's Joint Chiefs of Staff and the Ministry of National Defense. A man walks in front of a public TV screen broadcasting news of North Korea's test firing of its second intercontinental ballistic missile. In Tokyo, Japan, the intercontinental ballistic missile Hwasong-14 is seen during its test launch in this photo from July 4. Donald Trump and his White House have also spoken about the latest North Korean tests. On Monday, the president said, "We'll handle North Korea. We're going to be able to handle them. It will be handled. We handle everything." Trump was sat with Defense Secretary James Mattis during a cabinet meeting at the time. Nikki Haley, the U.S. envoy to the United Nations, said yesterday that there was no point in holding a fruitless Emergency Security Council session, warning that another weak council resolution would be worse than nothing in light of the North's repeated violations. U.S. strategic bombers on Saturday flew over the Korean peninsula in a direct response to Friday's launch, and on Sunday American forces successfully tested a missile interception system, which could be installed on the Korean peninsula. On Monday, Donald Trump said, "We'll handle North Korea. We're going to be able to handle them. It will be handled. We handle everything." Minuteman missiles were first developed by America during the Cold War and formed an active part of the nuclear arsenal from 1962. They were named for the Minutemen militias that fought in the Revolutionary War, small bands of self-taught fighters who are known for being ready to go at a minute's notice, like the missiles. The current incarnation, the Minuteman III, became combat-ready in 1970 and forms the backbone of America's nuclear deterrent. The military is thought to possess 450 missiles which cost $7 million each and are fired from silos built into the ground and located across the country. The missiles are thought to be fitted with W-87 nuclear warheads capable of delivering a blast equivalent to 475 kilotons of TNT, more than 30 times as powerful as the little boy nuke that was dropped on Hiroshima. The stages of a Minuteman III launch: 1. Primary rocket A launches missile from silo. 260 seconds after launch, primary rocket drops away and secondary B takes over warhead shroud E drops away. 3,120 seconds, tertiary rocket C takes over. 4,180 seconds, tertiary rocket drops away as post-boot vehicle D leaves atmosphere. 5. Post-boost vehicle prepares re-entry vehicles, which contain the nuclear warheads, for launch. 6. The re-entry vehicles launch, along with decoys and chaff designed to confuse defense systems. 7. The warheads re-enter the atmosphere and arm in flight. 8. The warheads detonate, either in the air or on contact with the ground.